Hi and welcome to Hard Ass Reviews, and today we are talking about all things Hobbit. The Five Armies is the latest in the trilogy, the Hobbit trilogy, to actually come out, and it was released in, I think it was just November, just gone. I went to see it a couple of weeks ago with a couple of family members, and we all have the first two, and we thought, well, obviously this is the third one, so we have to go there in order to complete, the set, so to speak. We all enjoyed Smaug. It was one of those films that, was a grower. Now, when Peter Jackson announced that he was taking on The Hobbit, when he got the rights to actually film The Hobbit, a lot of people wondered how he was going to do it, because The Hobbit is actually a short book. It's not like Lord of the Rings, which is a great big ronking, stonking roller coaster of a book, which can justify 3 very long films, because there's lots of fine detail in the Lord of the Rings books. The Hobbit is it was written for younger readers. It was written for younger readers, and it's not a long book. I don't know what, I would probably say it's probably roughly maybe as long as The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, so it's not a long book. So when he decided to do it in 3 films, we all thought, well, how's he going to do it in 3 films? Because, it's going to take a lot of padding. And the first film, in my opinion, was the best. It was a fantastic film, an epic film. I mean, you have to describe all these films as an epic, because they are, visually, and also, audially as well. They are absolute epics, and you can immerse yourself in them. Now, Martin Freeman is brilliant, and there are lots of wonderful cameos by Stephen Fry, Benedict Cumberbatch, and you really can, enjoy the experience. And you should go to the cinema to see these films. These films are at their best in the cinema, in the same way as Star Wars, in the same way as the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So, The Five Armies was, in my opinion, it was a baggy film. It wasn't a terrible film, you couldn't describe it as a terrible film. But if you were coming, I think I worry in a way, because if you were coming to that film as your first of the Hobbit trilogy, if you thought, oh right, if it was on one Christmas afternoon and you thought, oh yeah, well, I'll take a look at this. You could be discouraged, because it was a baggy film. And it did kind of just tie up the loose ends of the first 2. Now, in my opinion, I actually think Peter Jackson probably should have just done it in 2 films, if not just one long film. But, at worst, he should have done it, in 2 films, because I don't actually think The Hobbit justifies 3 films. There's not enough detail, and you will end up having to flesh things out, like the insert of Toriel. Toriel is totally fictitious. She doesn't appear in The Hobbit at all. And I think she was obviously put in there because maybe he thought, well, you're going to have a female character of some kind, because, obviously, if females going to the cinema, they're going to think, well, this is just full of, dwarves and elves and men, and they're all, male, basically. So Toriel was inserted, and to be blunt, she was no Liv Tyler, and we could identify with Arwen and Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I think there were certain elements of that in the Hobbit trilogy, but generally they were quite weak. It was nice to see Legolas and some of the wonderful characters who appeared in Lord of the Rings. Like, it was wonderful to see Gollum, in one of the earlier films. So it was nice to see him. But I would conclude in saying that The Five Armies is an excellent film, and if you've never seen The Hobbit before, I think you should go and see it. If you're the kind of person who's obviously already seen the first 2, you should go and see this one in order to complete the set. So complete the set, and then go and buy the DVD, because they are they are worth collecting and they are worth keeping, and they're the kind of films that the more you watch them, you'll watch them over and over again and you'll find something new, you know, to like. You know, whether it's, you know, something in one of the fight scenes or something visually, you know, you can watch them over and over again. It's like me with Star Wars. I'm a passionate Star Wars fan, and it doesn't matter how many times I watch Star Wars, even the latest ones, Phantom Menace and Sith and the second one, which escapes me, Attack of the Clones, sorry. Just came back, Attack of the Clones. So I can watch any of those and you always find something new to like. So you will find something new to like in these. And they are very, very good films, but baggy. So if you can put up with the bagginess, I think you'll end up with an enjoyable experience. Now, I don't know what you all think, because there are a lot of Peter Jackson fans out there. There are a lot of sci-fi and fantasy fans out there. So I would love to hear your opinion if you've been to see it, if you're thinking of going to see it, and it would be nice if you left your comments below and subscribe, because the more you subscribe, the more I get the wonderful opportunity to do more videos, and then I get to speak to you all again. It's been wonderful. It's been Hard Ass Reviews. It's been Jeff Cummings. And now it's goodbye. Bye for now, everybody.